What's up, guys? Hey, man, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. You know what I'm saying? If you're new, man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because you're going to be back, man. I promise. All I do is drop real knowledge. I already know. No, but on the real, yo, man, thank you, man. I just want to say thank you to all my day ones out there. I want to say thank you, man, because you guys out there leaving me comments, going on my Instagram, which is the X-ray zone, leaving me DMs, telling me, hey, man, thank you for your videos. You know, without your videos, I wouldn't have traveled. Without your videos, I wouldn't even know about radiology. Without your videos, you know, I wouldn't know that other careers also existed. So thank you, man. Thank you guys for following me, for being dedicated, loyal. Because I know there's a whole bunch of million YouTubers out there that probably say the same thing I do. You know, that want your attention, they want your views, they want your subscriptions. You know, they want you to be subscribed to them, and you know, I admit there's a lot of good ones out there that I feel like, man, they're really good at what they do, and then there's some that like, man, tell the truth, man. Stop playing with them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, on this video, man, but for real, thank you for my day ones and everybody that comes here new. But look, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should travel. All right. And I'm going to give you number 1, assignments. Yes. Most of us travel because we want to know how other places work. It's not always, oh, well, I don't like my coworkers, or oh, I don't like this organization I'm working for. No, man, it's not about that. It's about what do you want to do in the future. You know, a lot of people have a span of staying at one place for between 5 to, I'm gonna say between, man, not even 5, maybe like between 3 and 8 years. I think at the 8 year mark, people start getting a little bored and like kind of be like, it's the same old thing every day. So when you travel, it gives you the opportunity to learn about other places out there that do X-ray that I didn't even know about, right? So you know, for instance, you know, I just left the outpatient imaging center. I was like, I've always wanted to be like, man, I want to work at an outpatient imaging center. I think it's cool. It's usually 8, you know, day shift. You don't have to worry about being on call. You don't have to worry about working overnight. You don't have to worry about, you know, surgeons yelling at you in the OR. You know what I'm saying? Like, you Gucci. You know what I'm saying? We good. You know, until I started working there. You know, when you start working in different places, you see how other systems work. And like, man, you know what? This is a little bit more than I thought. I don't know if I really want to work here. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for giving me this opportunity for work here and to kind of like open up my mind to a different place that I can possibly work one day. But for now, like, yeah, you know, I'll pass for now, but thank you. You know, it opens up possibilities like that because what happens is that you're at one place for so long. And if you abruptly just be like, you know what, I'm gonna get my 2 weeks notice, I'm gonna go work at an outpatient imaging center, and you don't know what you got yourself into, now you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just quit your job to go to a job that you know, as they say, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So that's why traveling is so cool, man, because your assignments, you know, you're there for 3 months. You know, you'd be like, look, I'm gonna do this for 3 months. If I don't like it, it's okay. I'm gonna go do my job, respect my, you know, coworkers in my career, and I just know I gotta keep it moving. You know, and now I've never worked in a freestanding ER. This is my first time at a freestanding ER, and it's beautiful, man. It's awesome. The cool thing about a freestanding ER is that everything is brand new. It's a freestanding ER, so all your machines are new. The building is brand new, so you walk in, you look like you're walking into a hotel room. Like, they're beautiful. And most, you know, freestanding ERs are not as busy. You know, you're not as busy as a hospital. You're not gonna get your, you know, traumas here. Like, oh, you know, this car flipped 3 times, and they bring it to a freestanding ER. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna go to the main hospital, to the main hospital. They can, you know, provide more services that we can just do here. You know, so things like that. You know, so it's cool that I get to experience this. If I had one of these closer to home, I'd definitely go apply. You know, because this is my comfort. You know, you work by yourself. Nobody's here. So that's one thing you have to understand. You have to know your stuff. If something happens and the doctor wants a crazy exam, or he wants this, and you really have to know, like, okay, I gotta really know my stuff, because if he orders something crazy, I gotta make sure I'm prepared. You know, so that's something that working in a freestanding ER opens up for you, is that, you know, your critical thinking skills come into play. You know, so that helps out. And not only that, man, your assignments help you travel and see different places on their dime. Well, you got to work, but still, you know, you get to see, you know, the country. I don't leave my state because, you know, I have kids and stuff, so I want to go home every day. But At any given moment, if I'm like, you know what, man, I want to go get an assignment in North Carolina, be like, hey, man, hey, fam, let's go. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, any tech that's a tech, they can do that. You know, that's the nice thing about assignments. You can go anywhere around the country and go explore and be like, hey, man, I'm gonna homeschool my kids, man. Let's go play. Let's go see the world. Not the world, the U.S., but still, you can see it. So that's definitely a reason why. Okay. Now, the second reason is this: money. Money's important, man. You know, it feels like if you've been a tech like me, or you're just coming in, listen, radiology has not always been the highest paying career. You know, when I started, you know, becoming an X-ray tech, I was making $19 an hour. Yeah, it was 12 years ago, but my $19 an hour was way more than the average person, because the average person is probably making 10, 12 bucks. You know, so when you came out of school making 19, I'm like, yeah, boy, we're making some money now. You know what I'm saying? But it's now $19 an hour. That's like, you can't do that's like working at, I mean, no disrespect anybody working anywhere, but I'm saying that's like working at McDonald's now. You know, it's like the money don't add up anymore, you know. So $19 an hour isn't that much money anymore, you know. Um, so money is important. You went to school, you busted your butt, you got your X-ray, CT, bachelor's. I'm speaking of myself, but I'm saying, like, I know a lot of people out there are the same educated as me, but you did all that work. You want to get compensated for your knowledge, right? So that's why travel is so lucrative and it's so nice because, you know, as I spoke before in my other videos, the average pay in Florida is 2K a week. 2K a week. That's 8,000 a month for working 3 days a week. You work, what is that? Well, I'm not good at math, you know. So 3 times 4 is what, 12? So you're working 12 days a month and you're making 8,000? Like, it's a no-brainer. I've worked in places full time working 20, 20 hour, 20, not 20 hours. They're talking not good at math. And I still pass X-ray school, so you can do it. So it's 20 days in a month, 5 days a week, right? 20 days in a month. And I was probably bringing home like 4,500, half of that. So just think about it. The math don't be mathing, you know what I'm saying? So you have to know your worth. You have to know why you're into this career. Now, a lot of people don't need the money. You know, they're like, you know what? I'm good. My husband works. My wife works. I just need. I'm Gucci. I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. Making the money I make. I, for instance, I'm the head of the household. You know, my wife stays home with the kids, and I'm the breadwinner. I make the money. You know, which I'm 110% okay with that, because there's nothing like that, like knowing that your kids and your wife and your family is safe, right? If God forbid anything happens, my wife is home and she can get her kids. All the bills are paid. We have food at home. My kids have clothes. They have, money when they need it. They have everything they need and not provide. And I'm okay with that. So I need to travel. You know what I'm saying? I say that to say I do need to travel. I'm not traveling I do travel for fun because it is fun. You know, now that I got into it, it is fun. But I do it for the money. I do it because I need to survive, man. You know what I'm saying? Because as y'all know, man, these tariffs, everything going crazy right now. Like, we need that money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I do it for the money. But that's the possibilities, man. And the money is amazing. So yeah, that's got to be number two. So the third one is this. That's something that you cannot buy, and that's time and availability. When you travel and you work 3 days a week and you have 4 days off, and you still make between 8 and 9,000 a month, you have your freedom. And if you're smart, if you're young and you're smart and you start traveling at an early age, by the time, I'm just hypothetically speaking, you start at 23, by the time you're 30, 31 years old, and you travel and you did your money wisely, you could be in a position that you no longer have to work for money. You're working because you enjoy your job. A lot of us work because we have to work. I wish I could stay home. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could stay home. Back then I weren't traveling though. You know what I'm saying? It was that wasn't available. But now it's available. And if I was younger when I first started, man, I would be just chilling, working PRN and having a few million in the bank. But you got to be smart, right? But that's the possibility you guys have out there right now. The possibility of making money and still having time to enjoy your money, enjoying your life. That's one thing that you can't do in this world, is buy time. You can have billions of dollars, but the time you wasted and the time that's passing, you cannot buy that back. And I learned, and that's something you learn through life. But when you figure that out sooner than later, man, my people, sky's the limit, player. Sky is the limit. As always, man, I hope that you pick something up from this. I want to thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sticking with your boy.